So here's the breakdown of how I turned this image into this in 3 simple steps. To begin with, let's analyze what are the things I've done here. Step 1, color grading. Step 2, adding special effects. And finally, step 3, adding typography. Now let's take a look at what are the things I've done on each of these steps. As always, I started by importing this raw image inside Lightroom Mobile. By the way, if you want to follow along, you can get this raw image for free from the link in the description. And I've done few basic corrections like fixing the exposure, increasing the warmth, raising the shadows to reveal the subject's face and body, and finally, I added some soft look by dropping the dehaze and texture. Alright, here comes the most important part, masking. Firstly, I added a linear gradient at the bottom part of this image. Then I darkened this area by dropping the exposure and increasing the highlights, whites and blacks. Then I go to color tab and reduce the temperature to introduce the teal and orange separation. I also raised the tint to balance it out. Finally, go to effects tab and completely drop the texture and clarity. This will give you a soft look. Then I would raise up the dehaze to add that rich contrast back. That's it. Next, I would create one more linear gradient and place it in the sky. I want to make the sky more dramatic, so I would add some darkness by dropping the exposure, highlights and blacks. Then I would increase the whites to make it slightly brighter. Next, I would go to the color tab to add some saturation. Then scroll down and add some warmth here. And finally, go to effects tab and increase the dehaze to make it really dramatic. Okay. Next, make a subject selection and increase the exposure and whites to make our subject brighter. And I also reduce the blacks to keep that contrast. Then go to effects tab and raise up the sharpness to add more detailing to the subject. Alright, for the final touch, I would create a radial gradient and place it here. Then I would increase the blacks, decrease the dehaze and add some warmth by raising up the temperature and tint. And that's it. Here's the before and this is the after. Masking makes a huge difference. Masking is also the tool where I spend a lot of time when I'm color grading. It's so powerful. Okay, now we can save this image by tapping export, export as and change the dimension to custom. Now type 2.7K here so you can post it on Instagram without any quality loss. Make sure the quality is 100% and tap export. There you go. The next step is to add few effects to make this image a bit more attractive. So I'll be adding few dust particles in the bottom and a film frame around the image. To do this, I'm using an app called Fonto, which is available on both Android and iPhones. So you can download it and follow along with me. Firstly, I would import the image by tapping this camera icon. It will open up like this. Now we have to place that dust overlay on top of this image. So tap these 3 lines, tap on add image, then choose that overlay from your gallery. You can download this overlay from the link in the description. Now click on done. Alright, next you have to select this overlay, tap on size and increase the size until it covers the whole image. For me it's around 382. It may vary depending on your device. Next, you need to select this overlay again, tap on move and keep it aligned by tapping these options. Alright, listen, here we only want to show these white particles. In other words, we want to get rid of this black color. So, select the overlay, scroll the options, tap on blend and choose screen. There you have it. Now only the particles are visible. We don't want to keep it exactly like this. We can drop the opacity to make it more natural. So, tap on alpha and set it about 80s. Alright, that's looking cool. You don't need to worry about these black lines you see around this image cause that won't be shown after exporting. Okay, that is done. Now I can export this image and reopen inside this. Next, we can add that film frame on top of this image. You can also get it for free from the link in the description. Set up the size. In my case, it's about 380 and align it properly. Next, select the overlay, go to blend and choose multiply. There you have it. Now you can save this into your device. In this step, we are going to add the typography on top of this image. So you have to open that saved image. Simply tap on the image, tap on add text and you can type here 2023. Next you have to select the text, tap on size and raise it up. I'm going to set it about 155. That looks fine. Now we can place it where we want it. Then we can select the text, tap on move and keep it aligned in the center. Alright, next we have to change the font. So select the text, go to fonts and I'm gonna use this font called Made Sunflower. It's a serif font, it would be cool. So select that. You can download this font from the description. Next, always keep it aligned in the center. Alright, the basic part is done. Now we can change the color of this text. So select the text, go to styles, and from here you can add any of the solid colors. But I prefer picking the color from the image. So tap these lines, select the eyedropper, and I would choose an orangish color from the sky. Okay, tap these lines again and tap on save. We need this later. Done. Now it's looking fine. Next we have to add that 3 to 4 scrolling effect. For that, select the text and make a copy. Select the copied text, tap on text and type here 3. Next, select this 3 and make a copy of it. Edit it and make it 4. Alright, now we have these 3 and 4 numbers separately, so we can keep it in a side. Next, what you need to do is, select the main text, edit it and remove the 3 from here. Done. Now we have got a space here to add these numbers, so we can place these 3 and 4 like this. Next, we have to add a fade to this 3. So select it and go to style. Here, firstly you need to pick the color from where we placed the text. Tap these 3 lines, select the eyedropper, and I placed the 3 around here, so I'm picking this color. Then tap on these lines and tap on save. Now that color is saved here. Next, go back, tap on create color pattern. Choose the first color as we saved earlier and choose the second color as the color we just added now. Okay, next you need to tap on character and choose the first one. Alright, tap on apply, done. That's it for the main title. For the final look, we have to add a line of subtitle. So I'm gonna add a new text. I'm writing something like it's time to write a new story. Then I'm changing this font and choosing Bookmania Regular. It's another clean serif font which I use in my works. So let's go with that. Done. Change the color to that previously added orange and we can slightly reduce its opacity. Okay, now just select it. Reduce the size. I'm setting around 20 to 21 to make it readable. Then I would place it like this. For minor positioning, you can use these arrows. Alright, that's it. Now you can export this final image into your device. I hope you understand all the steps we have went through till now. You can find the link to download all the assets in the description. If you wanna go deeper into my editing secrets, consider getting my ultimate travel bundle which comes with my masterclasses and brand new cinematic presets which can dramatically level up your editing skill. Anyway, I appreciate the time you invested here. Hope it has been valuable. Thank you.